been hurt.
How could you? How could you have done this to my Ben? Must you take away everything that I love?
Can we just talk about this another time?
Oh, why another time, Natalie? Are you afraid to let everyone know what kind of a person you are and what you're capable of?
Look, I don't even know what really happened.
Yeah, I don't even know why I'm talking to you.
Mrs. Davis.
Are you aware that Ben has lost all memory of the fall? So Beau is going to have to investigate to try to piece together everything that you really did.
Vikki, maybe we should...
But don't you try and play innocent with me, because both Jessica and Rex saw you, and that's all the proof that I need.
Vikki, I'll take it from here. Ben needs you.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. I will not be quiet, okay? Because the man that I love was almost murdered, and I want to know why. Jessica and Rex both saw Natalie in my bedroom before and after Ben was pushed through the window, and there was no one else around. Now, why did you do that? Why?
I remember. What? And what do you remember? Vikki? Look, I know you're upset, but you're not in charge of this investigation. Now, I can't have you questioning Natalie.
And Natalie answered enough of your questions.
Mom, it's really not a good time right now, because Ben would really like to see you.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. There are just times I don't know what to do. I have been trying and trying to figure out how they could possibly have happened, and...
Vikki? You might want to come in now. Ben's starting to remember things.
What? Wait, you said that wasn't going to happen. You said there was no chance.
Well, it's happening. Beau, he wants to see you, too. Okay, great. I'm right there.
Oh, no, wait.
Tension? He didn't fall. He was pushed.
Pushed by who?
His wife.
Vikki?
She used to be Vikki. Now she's Nikki Smith.
Why don't you want to go in there, Vikki? Larry just says Ben wants to see us.
I know, but he didn't look at all well when we were in there before, and I think if we pressure him, he might have some sort of a relapse. I mean, if he were to go back into a coma, can you imagine how awful that would be?
Vikki, that's not going to happen.
Mom, Ben is starting to remember things. That's a good thing.
I know, but come on, our silly little questions can surely wait.
No, I'm afraid they can't. No, I'll go easy, Larry.
I need to talk to you. Mom, are you okay?
Do you want to sit down, Mrs. Davidson?
No. I'm all right. I just need a minute alone, please.
Okay, sure.
This must be the worst thing in the world for her.
Yeah,
But what?
I don't understand why she's not dying to know what Ben remembers.
All right, Ben, now take it easy.
No, I can't do that. I just remember something from the fall.
Oh.
Miss Davidson, where are you going?
It's a simple question. Tell me, please.
I just, you know...
No, I don't know. Did you and Jessica see me in the window before Ben fell?
I guess.
Are you sure?
Look, Jess and I were pretty far away, but yeah, I mean, we could see your red hair. Natalie, what were you doing in there?
Oh, Cristian. Oh, my gracious. I was just going to get something to drink, some coffee. I really think I need some.
Oh, Mom, we'll get it for you. Okay?
Yeah, we'll be right back.
Thank you.
Come on.
Thank you.
Vikki?
Huh?
Could you step in here, please? Vikki, we need you in here now.
Oh.
Hey, what was that all about?
Isn't it obvious?
What did you say to her?
She's just real upset about what Jessica and I saw.
Ben didn't want to say anything until you were in the room.
Oh.
Okay, Ben, we're here now, so tell us what you remember.
I remember the sound of glass breaking.
From the window.
And I remember hair.
What's that?
Red hair.
Is that all, darling?
He may stay asleep for quite a while now.
Okay, I hope you realize that this is very painful for me, but it seems to me you have all the evidence you need now. That red hair could only belong to Natalie, so when are you going to arrest her?
Natalie?
Cristian, you just need to stay away from me.
Look, I know it's gotta be tough. I mean, I can't believe Mrs. Davison was talking to you like that.
Yeah, well, Vikki's not always the loving, sweet mama everyone thinks she is.
Yeah. Some of the things she said.
They're all true.
No, you know what? I'm sure
they
she's...
are. I talked to Rex, and he confirmed everything that Vikki said. Jessica's not the only one who saw me in that room. Rex saw me, too.
Natalie, that still doesn't mean you pushed him.
Look, I was hoping that Jessica was just saying all of that just to get me back. But Rex wouldn't lie, so if I was in that room, then I must have pushed Ben.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, well, I'm sure that's what he's remembering right now.
Hey,
Look, Cristian, you can't change the facts, okay? I'm going to prison.
D.I.D.
I'm going to arrest anybody right now. Hank would have my head if I arrested someone based on the evidence that I have.
Beau, Jessica, and Rex both saw Natalie in the room.
Just because you're in the bank doesn't mean that you robbed it. No, I need proof. All right, I have to keep investigating.
You know, Natalie, I've been hanging out with you through a lot. And I've never seen you act weird or even come close to losing it. I'm telling you, none of this is making any sense.
It does to me.
What happened to the Natalie you told me about, huh? The one who's ready to fight for what she wants. Well, it's time to fight right now, Natalie.
I have to accept the facts here, okay? I'm going to jail.
Not if I can help it. Can I tell you one thing? I'm not leaving you alone tonight.
No.
No, I'm going to stay right by your side.
No, you cannot do that.
Why not?
Because you need to go and be with Jen. Look, I know how much you love her. And you have been great through all of this. But I want you to go home now. What did Ben say?
Actually, nothing that you need to know right now. I'm quite sure that when Beau is ready, he'll tell you. Things are turning out just swell. Hello, Cristian. This is a little trick that I use. I always think if you look better, then you feel better. And I think the better I feel, the more I can help my poor husband. In fact, I really think I should get back to him. Would you excuse me? Yeah, you just keep on sleeping, Benji, because everything's going just fine, as long as your brain stays scrambled and you don't remember nothing. Natalie's gonna get arrested and finally get off my back. And as for you... Ooh. Everything's going just fine, and then you're gonna have a little setback. just keep sleeping. For now.
Cristian, I told you that you should go.
Yeah, I know, but I couldn't. Natalie, there's something you need to know about.
Look, I know that you are just trying to help here, and I know that you believe in me, but you are making it so much worse. Please. You're making it worse.
Wait a minute. Will you listen to me? Something's not right here, and I'm not talking about you and this other personality that you think you have.
Then what are you talking about?
I'm talking about your mom.
Vikki.
Yes. Yes, there's something going on with your mom that's definitely not right. Hey, it's me.
Hey.
Did you think about what I said?
About my mother?
I'm telling you, Natalie, there's something going on there.
Cristian, you've got to be more specific. I mean, my mom.
I know it's hard to believe. I mean, I'm having a hard time believing it myself.
Yeah, well, maybe that's because you're having a hard time believing the truth about me.
Natalie, you didn't do it. I know you, and you didn't do it.
Well, what about proof? I mean, you've got to have something more to go on.
There is. Or there will be. Look, I've been doing a lot of thinking about it.
Well, what have you come up with?
I think it's better if we talk about this in private, okay?
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Cristian? Are you there?
Tell Natalie not to worry about privacy. I'm leaving.
Look, I gotta go. Jen's on her way out. Call you later, bye.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Why?
Why didn't Jen come with you?
Well, I told you she couldn't make it.
Why not?
Why the third degree? All right, well, we got into a fight.
About?
Same thing we always fight about lately. Natalie.
Cristian has been defending you through all of this, and I really don't understand that.
Well, maybe that's because Cristian believes that people are innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah, maybe Cristian will change his mind once Uncle Beau arrests you for attempted murder. Nothing? No sarcastic comeback, really?
Why are you being so mean?
You pushed my stepfather out a
don't
window,
know
and
that.
I'm being mean?
You know what? I don't need this.
You're not leaving, Natalie. You're not leaving until you're leaving for good.
What? So you think you can just kick me out of here just like that?
Okay. I know. You got Grandpa Victor's will on your side. You can live here as long as you like. But, I mean, come on. Think about it. Won't you be a little uncomfortable?
Well, you do your best to make sure that I am.
You're gonna feel weird when Ben gets here. Trust me.
Actually, no, I'm going to be happy when Ben gets here. It's going to be you and Vikki that are going to be jumping out of their skin when I walk into a room.
Okay, so why don't you make it easier on us and Ben and just move out?
Fine. I wouldn't want to make anybody uncomfortable.
Good. I'd come help you pack, but, you know, there's a window in your room, and I wouldn't want there to be another accident.
Probably out with Natalie again, right?
Probably.
Well, you don't know?
No.
Okay. I'm coming over there.
Al, you don't have to do that.
I know. But I am.
There's somebody at the door. I gotta go. Bye.
Hey, Jess.
looking for Natalie. She's not here.
Where'd she go?
Not sure exactly, but she moved out.
She moved out? What do you mean she moved out?
We both agreed that it'd be best if she wasn't here when Ben got home.
You both agreed? Or you told her to get out?
What was I supposed to do, Cristian? She pushed Ben out a window.
She didn't do it, Jess.
Were you here? Because I was here. I saw her in the window before and after Ben fell, Cristian.
Okay, well, did you physically see her push Ben out the window?
What is with you? Why do you keep defending her?
Jen, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were going to be home.
Because Cristian said that I'd be leaving when you talked to him on the phone.
Right.
So you thought you'd catch him alone.
It's not like that. You know what? Look, I'm going to go.
No, come in.
I can't.
Cristian will be home soon. He wouldn't want you to leave. Please, come in.
Okay.
You know, Cristian won't talk to me, but you are going to.
What's going on?
Good question, Natalie. You're not leaving here until you tell me what's going on between you and Cristian. You're not walking out of this room until you tell me what's going on between you and Cristian.
Jen, there's no point in get out of my way.
No, not until you tell me what's going on.
I am in no mood to have an argument with you today.
We are settling this now. It is not going to be like last time.
But last time.
Right, like you don't know what I'm talking about. The time I tried to talk to you and then you ran away and hid in the garden shed, you remember that? You only shoved me in the dirt.
I've already told you. I was never in or near the garden shed that day at all.
Right, and you never go near my boyfriend either, I guess.
Cristian and I are friends.
You're lying. I know exactly what you're up to, Natalie. You're trying to steal Cristian away from me.
Why is it so hard for you to believe the truth about what Natalie did to Ben?
Because it's not the truth. She didn't do it, Jess.
Prove it, Cristian.
Look, I know her, okay? And she couldn't have done something like that.
She sucked you in, too.
Oh, so I'm a jerk now, huh? Thanks.
No, of course not, but you're being really gullible, Cristian. Trust me, Natalie is a good liar. She's the best. I mean, it's amazing to me how someone so cold and manipulative can turn helpless whenever she wants to.
It's not her at all.
Cristian, come on, open your eyes. This is how she gets people to help her. I mean, Seth and I fell for it for the longest time. Don't do it. This is an act.
It's not an act. Look, Jess, I've gotten to know Natalie, and I believe her.
You don't have to worry about Jen. I'm not going to say anything about what happened. Our kiss.
If you believe Natalie, then you're siding against me and my mom.
Look, Jess, I'm not against you or your mom. I'm just for Natalie.
Why?
Well, for one thing, everyone seems to be ganging up on her without any real reason.
No reason? Cristian, I saw her standing in the window. And then I saw Ben come flying through, and then I saw her standing up there again. All I'm doing is connecting the dots.
Yeah, but that still doesn't prove that she pushed him.
I don't want to argue with you about this. Okay, maybe Ben is going to figure out more about what happened, and I really hope he does. For your sake.
Don't you worry about me, huh?
No, I am worrying about you, Cristian. Because you're a really loyal guy, and that's what I love about you, but I would hate to see you get hurt because of that.
You really think Natalie didn't do it?
You were listening?
Not on purpose. I was just walking in. You really like Natalie, don't you?
Yeah, she's my friend.
Do you kiss all your friends?
Look, that kiss didn't mean anything.
Okay.
Natalie freaked. She needed to know that someone was on her side.
And you are?
Yes, I am. Stop looking like you know something you don't, okay? That kiss didn't mean anything. But what's important here is that Natalie's getting a bum deal out of all of this.
I think she is, too.
I mean, man, even her mom thinks she did it. That's just not Mrs. Davidson at all.
Oh, no. No, not at all.
What is that supposed to mean?
Everyone I talk to thinks that Mrs. Davidson's this saint. I guess you do too, huh?
Well, yeah, she's a pretty terrific lady most times.
Whatever you say.
What, you don't agree?
All I know is that's not the woman I've seen. Not even close.
It just occurred to me, you're the only one I haven't asked, so... Do you remember where you were when Ben fell?
I'm at the nursery, and, you know me. I mean, too many flowers are never enough, right? There is not a lot about that day that I don't remember.
I'm sure. So do you remember where you were?
Yes. I was at the nursery. I was buying geraniums. You know, understated but elegant. In fact, I called Jessica from there. She was at home, and I asked her to go and have a look because I'm thinking of putting window boxes under the second-story windows. And that's when she saw Natalie in my bedroom. Did she explain all that to you?
Yes, she did.
Oh, okay.
Did anyone see you at the nursery?
Why would you ask that?
One more time. I am not going after Cristian. Any questions?
Yeah, why are you doing everything possible to make me look bad?
What are you talking about now?
Llanfair, the garden shed.
Right, so we're back to that again.
You set that up deliberately, didn't you?
If I said no, wouldn't it make any difference to you whatsoever?
You set up the whole thing just so that I would accuse you of pushing me, and then you could deny it and make me look bad.
I didn't do it, Jen.
And what's with this secret that only you and Cristian can know about?
What has Cristian told you?
Nothing. Isn't that how a secret works? You two get to share it and the girlfriend can't know about it? I'm sure it's not even a big deal. The whole point is to shut me out, right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna listen to any of this anymore, so if you don't mind...
You know what I don't understand? I don't understand how you can like somebody but jerk them around at the same time.
I'm not!
Yes, you did. All the time. It's not the first time, Natalie. And it didn't work when me and Chris were broken up, so it's definitely not gonna work now. I don't know what you're telling him to make him feel sorry for you, but you're wasting your time.
Okay. Having a friend is not a waste of time to me. You know, and I could care less if you get all jealous when Chris has got another woman as a friend.
I'm not talking about another woman. I'm talking about you. I don't trust you. I don't like you.
Yeah, I get that.
You are not stealing my boyfriend. So tell me what's going on. How many secrets are we talking about here?
Nothing is going on. Now, whether you like it or not, I'm leaving. All right. So you want to fight? Okay, come on, bring it on. Go ahead. Okay, so you want to fight? Fine. But I must warn you, it's not so easy when you can't take somebody by surprise.
Yeah, like when you shoved me in that filthy garden shed?
Does Chris know that you're this crazy?
Is that another secret you're going to use to try to break us up?
Well, you know, if you keep freaking out like this in front of him, I'm not going to have to do anything. He's just going to walk away on his own.
Oh, so you admit that's what you're up to?
I didn't say that.
I'm not going to let you get away with this. From now on, every time you see Cristian, you're going to see me right next to him until I stop seeing you.
You don't want to see me? Get the hell out of my way. If you know what's good for you.
Oh, I know it isn't good for me and for Cristian. You!
Get your hands off of me!
Leave him alone!
I swear, we're not Christian's girlfriend.
That's right, I am Cristian's girlfriend.
Ouch! Get this nutcase away from me!
What? Was she?
What the hell were you guys doing? Maybe Mrs. Davidson is as nice as everyone says she is. To them. She's never wanted me here.
How do you know that?
She's only told me about a dozen times. If I walk into a room she's in, she like practically takes my head off.
Why? What did you do?
Nothing. She always thinks that I'm spying on her, and she flips. Why am I sneaking up on her? Why am I eavesdropping?
Oh, wait a minute. This is Mrs. Davidson talking.
Uh-huh. Oh, and it gets better. She said that if I didn't watch myself, that she'd make Natty and Jessica hate me. And not only that, but...
Yeah?
Nothing. Yeah, forget it.
Well, I can't do that now, can I? Go ahead. What were you going to say?
Well, it was about Dr. Davidson. He said he wanted to talk to me just before the accident. About Mrs. Davidson.
What exactly did he say?
Well, now, why don't you ask me?
Dr. Davidson will be able to tell us everything real soon. I just remembered I got to make a call. See ya.
Oh, my goodness, I wish he felt as free and easy around me as he does around Jessica and Natalie. Whenever I come into a room, he has to be somewhere, wherever.
Maybe he thinks you don't like him.
Why, did he say that to you?
Not in those words.
Oh, in what words?
That's just a hunch I got.
Oh, really? Oh, I don't like to play hunches. Always the risk that you lose.
Or the risk that you win, ma'am.
True. But there is one sure way that you are going to lose, Cristian. And that is by upsetting my family. Now, why are you sticking your nose into our private business?
Natalie, what can I do for you? Not much, I guess.
What's this big secret only you and Cristian can know about?
Oh, boy. Look at this, man.
Your family means a lot to me. I was almost part of it.
Uh-huh.
And I was just asking Rex how everybody's doing.
No. You wanted to know about his conversation with Dr. Davidson.
Well, yeah, that was one of the last things that happened before Ben got hurt.
Right. I asked Ben to speak to Rex, to see if Rex could be a better citizen of this house and maybe try and get along and anticipate other people's needs, be a little more sensitive. If that boy told you that Ben and I are not getting along, it is a lie.
Why would he?
Exactly. He shouldn't. He knows nothing at all about my marriage. He's just trying to cause trouble, which is what you're trying to do now.
Oh, I don't mean to, ma'am.
Well, I would hope not, but you are. In fact, Cristian, you have something of a history of causing trouble for our family, don't you? I mean, just think about what you've done to Jessica alone. You caused her to lose her baby because you fought with Will.
I know that, ma'am. And if there was any way that I could do anything to...
Yeah, well, I'll settle for you not causing any... And you could start by leaving the investigation to the police.
Mrs. Davidson, I'm not investigating anything here. I'm just trying to make things easier for someone in your family, actually, your daughter, Natalie.
Natalie. I see.
I know the two of you are having problems. And believe me, Natalie feels really bad about it.
Oh, and so do I, but my first concern has to be my injured husband, who is coming home later today. Now, if Natalie did indeed try to kill him, I am certainly not going to give her an opportunity to try again, am I?
Well, how can she? Jessica told me that she's not staying here right now.
And Jessica's not here either, so maybe you should be with Jen. After all, she was victimized by Natalie herself.
Yeah, you're right. Take care.
Oh, no, Cristian. You take care. If that boy told you that Ben and I are not getting along, it is a lie.
Holden residence, Roxanne Holden. What can I do for you?
This is just a phone call to remind you where you were the day that Ben got hurt.
Oh, yeah. Where was I?
Roxanne, we discussed this.
Oh, yeah. I was at the nursery school.
No, just the nursery. You know, plants, flowers.
Right, those German things.
Geraniums. I was buying some.
Right.
Roxanne. You blow this, and I swear...
Never. I would never do that. Look, things are going so great with Maxie right now. And, you know, I was thinking maybe you and some of the other big gals in town, you know, maybe we could get together over here for a fancy, schmancy dinner party.
So, you ran down some of the numbers Ben called from his cell phone?
Yeah, the most recent ones.
What, do you think the district attorney should know a little bit about them?
Yeah, well, most of them were made to colleagues of Ben's, you know, at his clinic. What's interesting is one of the last calls that Ben made before he was pushed out that window was to Natalie.
Hey, man, what's going on? Okay, so forget the heart.
What now?
I think you know what. You really upset Jen.
Yeah, well, Jen really upset me. She tried to take my head off.
Yeah, well, you can take it. Besides, you had it coming.
How's that?
You're trying to steal her boyfriend.
And that would bother you?
Sure it would. Jen's feelings are very important to me.
Come on, Al. Let's get real. I'm not the one trying to break up Jen and Cristian here. It's you.
Lois said you wanted to see me?
Oh, yes, Rex, do come in.
Look, I don't know what Cristian said to you, but I just want to make...
This isn't about Cristian. No, this is about Ben, okay? You see, coming home for him is really only the beginning. We are going to have to help him regain his memory of the fall, and in order to do that, we will have to reconstruct as much of what preceded it as we can. So, you saw Ben that day. You spoke. Hmm?
Yeah, we did.
Good. What did Ben say to you?
Nothing much.
Okay, you're trying my patience, Rexy.
Look, Mrs. Davidson...
Shut up, I'm talking. You know what? I'm gonna let this go. This one time. One of these days, you and me, we're gonna have to sit down and get a couple of things straight. You got that?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Now beat it, kid. I'm sick of looking at you.
Hey. You leaving?
Yeah, I got some stuff to do.
See ya.
Right. Oh, hey, Jess.
Yeah.
When Dr. Davidson went out that window, where was your mom?
At the nursery.
How do you know that?
Because she called me from there. Why?
And she said that she was at the nursery.
Yes.
How do you know she was really there?
Where are you going?
Come on, Al. Let's get real. We both know I'm not the one trying to break up Jen and Cristian here. It's you.
How do you figure? I walked in on a catfight between you and Jen. What would have happened if I hadn't showed up, huh? Were you gonna put her in the hospital?
You don't have to worry about your precious Jen. She started it.
No, bull, okay? Jen doesn't go around starting fights. You do. Everybody knows that. Everybody except that moron Cristian.
And why does it make you so mad that Cristian believes in me?
Because he's a two-timing lowlife, and Jen deserves better.
Oh, what? And you think that Jen's this innocent little Barbie doll? She is a jealous and possessive woman, and she's playing you like a violin.
Save it for Cristian, okay? You have him wrapped around your finger, not me.
I do not.
So, what is this deep, dark secret you two have, huh?
I wish I could make this dream of yours come true. So you never have to think about this DID thing ever again.
What did you tell Cristian that he can't even share with his own girlfriend?
I was wondering, when Dr. Davidson went out that window, where was your mom?
At the nursery. Why?
Well, how do you know?
Because she called me from there?
She told you she was at the nursery.
Yes.
Jess, how do you know she was really there?
Because she said so. Why? What's going on, Cristian? My mom wouldn't say she was at the nursery if she wasn't.
Okay.
Besides, when she ran up to the terrace, she had a flat of geraniums. I'll never forget the look on my mom's face.
Look, Jess, I'm not doubting you.
Really? You could have fooled me. What is it with you, Cristian? Why all the questions about my mom?
So what makes you think that Cristian and I were talking about some secret? Were you eavesdropping?
Like I'd have to stoop to that.
Who knows how low you'd go. Oh, I get it. Jen was upset, so she comes running to you to whine about how much time Cristian and I are spending together.
Stop bad-mouthing Jen.
I'm right, aren't I? Jen's jealous of me and Cristian, so she runs to you because she knows you'll believe everything she says.
What's the big secret, Natalie?
What Cristian and I discuss is none of your business. It's private.
I knew it. I knew it. You and Vega are messing around. I knew it.
God, in your dreams.
No, don't you mean in your dreams, Natalie?
God, shut up, Al.
I am so right about this.
No, you're not, but I bet that doesn't stop you from whispering little lies in Jen's ear every chance you get.
You know what? Thanks to you, I don't have to lie.
Yeah, you never quit, do you? I mean, after everything that's happened, you're still after Jen. You'd do anything to get her back, wouldn't you?
This isn't about me.
It's always about you where Jen's concerned. I was there, remember? I saw how you worshipped her and how you said that your life just wouldn't make any sense if Jen wasn't in it. I mean, it's funny because you still believe that you're like this angel sent from heaven to protect Jen from evil Cristian's clutches.
He doesn't deserve her, okay? He has Jen. He has her. And he's fooling around on her. With you.
Maybe later.
No, tell me now. Why the questions about my mom?
Oh, Jessica. Honey, would you mind terribly if I had a word alone with Cristian?
Sure.
Okay. I thought you were going to find your girlfriend.
I ran into Jess.
Yes, and decided to pick up on your little investigation. Now, shouldn't you just leave that to the police?
Mrs. Davidson, I told you, I'm just looking out for Natalie.
Ah, yeah, well, I appreciate that because she needs someone right now.
You're right. Someone like her mom.
Ah, that may be, but under the circumstances...
Mrs. Davidson, Natalie did not push Dr. Davidson out that window.
Well, I would like to believe that, too. I really would. Unfortunately, I can't trust her now. I'd like to, but I can't. Now, my first priority has to be my husband, and he's coming home today, so I cannot allow Natalie to be a threat to the well-being of my family.
Natalie is family. She's your daughter.
Biologically, yeah. And trust me when I tell you I've tried very hard to get close to her. She makes it extremely difficult. You, on the other hand, seem to have fared a good deal better.
Because Natalie's a good person, and she wouldn't hurt anybody.
Have you completely forgotten what she did to you and Jen and Jessica? Cristian, where are your loyalties?
Look, Mrs. Davidson...
Oh, no, just hang on a sec and let me finish, okay? And then I have to go and get my husband's room ready.
Okay, go on.
If you insist on pointing fingers on Natalie's behalf, do not point them at me. Because I was at the nursery when Ben was pushed through the window.
Where are you? How do we know that?
I don't owe you an explanation. But since you obviously won't give me any peace until you get one, I will tell you that I saw someone there, someone we both know, who will vouch for my whereabouts. 100%.
How many times do I have to tell you Chris and I are just friends?
You are such a liar.
In what reality are you living in, Al?
What's the big secret, Natalie?
You know, this is more pathetic than your little wheelchair set. At least that had a chance of working.
Jen loves me. She loves me. I know it in my heart.
And how's the weather in Fantasyland these days?
You weren't there that day at the quarry, okay? The day that we made love, that was real. She loved me then, and only me. And when I was paralyzed, she was willing to stay with me for the rest of her life, whether I got out of that chair or not. Has anyone ever loved you like that, Natalie?
And how did you expect this marriage to work? You were lying before it was even started.
I was gonna fix everything. If you had been able to keep your big mouth shut, I would have Jen, and you would have Seth.
Actually, I wouldn't. Because you can't trick somebody into loving you, and at least I figured that out.
You ruined my life so that you could look like this good person that you're not.
It's not true.
Poor little Natalie had to do the right thing, and it didn't matter who the hell she hurt in the process. If it wasn't for you, I would be married to Jen right now, and we would be very happy.
Hit the off switch, Al. I have had enough.
So, Natalie, did you do it? Did you push Dr. Davidson out that window? Huh? Did you?
Someone saw you at the nursery?
Yes. If you must know, it was Roxanne Balsam, Natalie's own mother. Satisfied? Now, if you will excuse me, I have a lot to do before my husband gets home.
Yeah, sure.
You nosy little son of a... Hey, you gotta watch out, pretty boy, because something bad could happen to you. Accidents are going around.
Mom.
Oh, gracious. Darling, are you okay?
What is it with Cristian? Why is he acting this way?
Well, I would suspect that is Natalie's fault, you know? I mean, you've seen how she operates. She's quite the little expert at manipulating men.
Well, yeah, but he knows you. I mean, he was practically part of this family.
Yes, just goes to show you exactly how devious Natalie can be. Do you know, she has Cristian so turned around, he doesn't even know who his friends are anymore.
Did you push Dr. Davidson out that window? It's written all over your face. You're guilty as sin. You know, even Jessica, who never has anything bad to say about anybody, thinks you did it. Even your mother thinks you did it.
My mother hates me.
Yeah, well, maybe now.
No, it wasn't just now. She always has.
You know what? I don't believe that. Mrs. Davidson is just not like that.
Really? And what would you know about that, huh? I heard her. I hate my daughter. Her exact words.
I still don't hear you denying it, Natalie. Come on, tell me that your mom and Jessica are wrong. Tell me that you're innocent. Come on. I really want to hear you say it.
I'm not discussing this with you.
I know you couldn't deny it. He's not your old partner in crime.
I don't like you, Al. And I really don't care what you think of me. You're not worth the effort.
You know what, Natalie? I really can't wait to see how this thing plays out. I have a feeling that your luck's gonna run out real soon, and when it does, I hope they lock you up and throw away the key so that you can't hurt any more innocent people.
Oh, well, I hope you're not talking about yourself, because you are not.
What about Dr. Davidson? He's innocent, huh?
I can't wait until Jen figures you out and she knows that you are still the same lying and cheating person as you always were. Hello?
Natalie, it's me. Where are you?
I'm at the break bar, but I'm leaving.
You sound upset. You okay?
Yeah. Or I will be. What's up?
Look, something's come up. We need to talk. Why don't you meet me at the park? That clearing past the band show?
Sure, yeah. I'll be there. I'm on my way.
He's still improving? Oh, my goodness, that's such a relief. Oh, yes, I only came home to get a few things ready for him, you know, but just being away from him for a second, I was frantic. I mean, you know, having almost lost him. Oh, yes, you're right. We must not dwell on that, nurse. We just have to realize how blessed we are that he is getting well so soon, right?
I go?
Oh, yes, darling. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. Bye, darling. Bye. Yeah, nurse, I want him dressed and ready to travel as soon as I show up. You got that? Yeah, right. Overjoyed. When this is over, I'm headed for the beach and a bucket of margaritas. Just a pain in the butt Cristian knows that I have a rock-solid alibi. That ought to shut him up. But good.
Hey, Natalie. What is it? What's wrong?
It's Al. He asked me if I pushed Ben. He thinks that I did it. God, why didn't I just go to Beau when I had the chance?
Because you can't confess to something you don't remember. What if the real criminal's still out there somewhere?
I can't take any more of this. I just want it to be over.
There's something not right about any of this.
I did it, Cristian. There is no one else who could have done it. I did it.
No. Look, I ran into Mrs. Davidson, and I'm telling you, Natalie, there's something strange going on with her.
Yeah, hi. Her daughter tried to kill her husband.
I'm telling you, you didn't do it. Look, besides, it's not even that. It's a lot more. She has an alibi. She says she was buying some geraniums or something like that, but I don't buy it.
Why?
Call it a gut feeling. I'm gonna check it out.
What if Vikki's telling the truth? I mean, what if I did it? What if I did push Ben? I mean, what if I try to do something worse the next time?
Your mom said she was at a nursery buying flowers and your stepdad fell.
You mean when he was pushed?
So far, we haven't found a nursery that remembers her being there.
So what if she wasn't here either?
Well, I don't know, but this is the last nursery that makes any sense for her to come to.
This is pointless.
How do you figure?
Well, if they remember her, then she was here.
Right.
But if they don't?
Then she wasn't here.
Yeah, but you can't prove that. Because just because they don't remember her doesn't mean that she wasn't here. So whether they remember her or not, how is that going to help us?
Well, I don't know. But I'm going to find something somewhere that'll prove to you that you did not push Dr. Davidson out that window.
I don't know why you believe in me. But I'm glad you do.
Because I know you didn't do it, Natalie.
You're the only one.
One is all that counts. I'm going to make this right for you.
Can I help you?
Yeah, this lady, have you seen her?
Oh, that's Mrs. Davidson. She shops here all the time.
How about a hand? Really, this is my mom. She buys her flowers here?
Oh, yes. I can't count the number of rose bushes I've sold her.
Really? So, would you maybe remember her being in here on a specific date? Like June 28th?
She wasn't.
You have that good of a memory?
Oh, in this case, it's easy. She hasn't been in all summer.
Wow.
Is she okay? She usually comes in here a lot in May and June.
Oh, yeah, she's fine.
Well, would you tell her that those rose bushes she ordered are still here? Unless you're here to pick them up.
No, thank you, but we'll let her know.
Okay. Anything else I can help you with?
No, thanks.
Okay.
So much for her alibi.
So, it wasn't really an alibi. I mean,
Well, call it what you want. But it's pretty obvious that Mrs. Davidson knows a lot more about what happened to Dr. Davidson than she's letting on.
we need to talk to you.
Well, that makes two of you.
Hey!
Wait a minute. Did you hear her?
What are you, Natalie's latest conquest?
I'm her friend. And we're not here to talk about me and Natalie. We're here to talk about you and Vikki Davidson. Damn it, it's gone. You said to me, wait out here. I'm not finished setting up, but... What did I say? I want an explanation.
But you're gonna get one, but I'm not finished yet. I need a little more time.
Stop it! Stop lying!
Well, if I said that to you at all, it most certainly wasn't that day.
Yes, it was. I'm sure of it.
No, it wasn't, because I wasn't even here before you fell.
Well, someone was, and I didn't fall. I was pushed. I mean, according to Beau, anyway, but who?
Look, I didn't want to have to tell you this.
What? What? Tell me.
I don't want to influence your memories, and I certainly don't want to make accusations that might be untrue.
Just tell me if you know something that happened to me.
Well, I might, but I don't know, you know, what it means or if it means anything, really.
Just tell me.
Okay. The person who was in this room with you before you fell was, well, from all reports, it was Natalie.
Mrs. Davidson has been going through a really rough time since her husband's fall.
Yeah, no kidding, Sherlock.
And you know that the police have been questioning everybody.
Yeah, whatever. You know, what's that got to do with me?
Well, Mrs. Davidson says that she wasn't home when that happened. In fact, she said she ran into you somewhere.
Oh, yeah, well, you know, Vikki and I are moving in circles. Well, familiar circles, if you know what I mean. What day did you say it was?
June 28th.
June 28th. Oh, yeah, June 28th. Yeah, I was with Vikki. We were at a nursery. Oh, not the kid kind. The other kind. The plant kind.
You were at a nursery? You mean like a garden center?
Yeah, what are you so shocked about? It's not like I went to a physics lab or something.
So you were planning on doing some gardening?
Yeah, I figured the place needs a little color, if you know what I mean.
Roxy, the whole entire time I was growing up, I never saw you plant anything, except for maybe your feet in front of a slot machine. So, did you?
Yeah, well, you know, I got a new spousal now, and, you know, he likes to have, growing things around.
Well, you know what? I think that's great. I hope you really get into it.
Oh, yeah, you know, you never know. I will, I think.
So what nursery did you go to?
Burns Nursery.
Well, that's strange. We were just there, and the clerk said that Mrs. Davidson wasn't there that day.
Oh, he's a jerk. You know, maybe you ought to just speak to another clerk, because, you know, Vikki and I were there. We were picking out flowers, and let me tell you, Vikki really knows her flowers. I just bought whatever she bought. So, if you're done with your questions, I think you can go.
Oh, God, if you expect me to
No,
leave...
Natalie, we are done. Mrs. Holden's right. We got our answer.
Bye.
Oh. You know what kind of flowers did you and Mrs. Davidson buy?
Natalie? Natalie was in here with me? Yes, she was.
Why?
Well, that, unfortunately, only you can tell us.
Wait a minute, you're not telling me that Natalie pushed me out the window.
Not exactly, no.
What do you mean by not exactly?
Well, darling, as I said before, we don't know exactly what happened.
I just don't remember Natalie being here.
Yeah, well, she was. You know, right at the time of your accident, she was. What's the matter?
Well, like I said, I don't remember being Natalie in here.
But in the hospital, darling, you yourself said...
What?
Well, you said you remembered red hair.
Yeah, that's true, I did.
Yeah, you told Beau that. And besides, there were 2 witnesses who saw Natalie in here before you fell.
Who was that?
Jessica and Rex.
They saw Natalie?
Yes, they were outside, they looked up, and they saw Natalie looking out this very window.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, they were positive. Oh, and I suppose Rex might have lied.
Why? Why would he lie?
Well, there you go. My question exactly. I mean, if he lied, it would only hurt his sister Natalie. Well, she used to be his sister.
so, no, there's no way he would lie.
Of course not. And certainly Jessica would never lie, would she?
No, she wouldn't.
So, Natalie was in this room. I mean, there's no question about that.
I'm sorry, it just... something doesn't seem right.
What doesn't seem right?
Well, I have a fuzzy memory of red hair.
Oh, and that's a very important memory.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, red hair really kind of narrows it down, doesn't it?
Maybe, but I don't think it was Natalie.
Well, I think that's very strange. Maybe it's the head trauma.
No, it wasn't that. I just have this strong feeling that a person that I saw with the red hair wasn't Natalie.
Well, what kind of flowers did you and Mrs. Davidson buy?
What the hell do you care?
Hey, I'm just curious. I mean, it's hard for me to imagine that you and Mrs. Davidson would like the same anything. Never mind flowers.
Yeah, well, you know, Vikki and I have a lot in common.
So, what were the flowers?
They were gerbiliums.
Gerbiliums.
Yeah, they're great. Love those gerbiliums.
Yeah, I like them too. But how come I don't see any outside?
They croaked. Yeah, you know, I'm like the queen of the black thumbs. I can kill anything.
Yeah, you can say that again.
Oh, shut up.
All right, Natalie, it's time to go. Thanks, Mrs. Holden.
Yeah, well, you know, anything I can do to help my buddy Vikki out. Bye. I'm glad I remember the name of them flowers.
All we gotta do is get a picture of Roxanne, take it to the clerk, and we're set.
No, we don't. Because I can always tell when Roxy's telling the truth.
Well, you think she's telling the truth?
Not even close. She's been lying from start to gerbillions. She's lied about everything.
Excuse me, Mrs. Davidson. I'll get Dr. Davidson ready to go home now.
Oh, of course, thank you. I'll be outside.
Okay.